the German phoenix, rising from ashes to economic powerhouse. Germany in the 1930s was a nation scarred but determined. The Treaty of Versailles had crippled their economy. Reparations payments and territorial losses were devastating, yet the German spirit found a way. By the mid-1930s, Germany had achieved a remarkable economic recovery. The Nazi government implemented aggressive policies, public works projects and rearmament were key. Unemployment plummeted. The Nazi propaganda machine showcased this recovery. It resonated with a population yearning for stability and pride. However, this economic miracle was a facade. It was built on deficit spending and exploitation. The Nazi economic engine was fueled by unsustainable practices. It was a house of cards waiting for collapse. The crushing grip of total war, early victories and hidden costs. The outbreak of World War II in 1939 marked a turning point. Germany's early blitzkrieg victories, swift and brutal, masked a looming economic crisis. Total war demanded unprecedented resources. Every facet of German industry was militarized. Consumer goods production dwindled. Shortages became commonplace. The Nazi conquest of vast territories in Europe provided a temporary reprieve. Raw materials and industrial capacity from occupied nations were ruthlessly exploited. Slave labor, primarily from Eastern Europe, became a horrific but integral part of the German war machine. This exploitation, while providing short-term gains, sowed the seeds of resentment and resistance. It also masked the underlying inefficiencies and vulnerabilities of the German war economy. Living on the edge, the home front's deterioration. As the war dragged on, the German home front felt the strain. The Allied bombing campaign intensified, targeting industrial centers and cities. Food rationing became increasingly severe. Basic necessities like clothing, fuel and medicine were in perpetual short supply. The once proud German people faced hardship and deprivation. Women were forced into factories and fields, taking on roles traditionally held by men. Children were enlisted in paramilitary organizations, their innocence shattered by the realities of war. The psychological toll of constant air raids, dwindling resources, and the ever-present specter of death was immense. The war, once a source of national pride, became a shared nightmare. Section 4, Desperate Measures, Nazi Economic Policies, and Their Consequences. Faced with mounting economic pressures, the Nazi regime resorted to increasingly desperate measures. Forced labor expanded, with millions of people from occupied territories working in inhumane conditions. The systematic looting of Jewish property reached its horrific peak with the Holocaust. The Nazis implemented price controls and rationing, but these measures proved largely ineffective in the face of dwindling resources and a collapsing infrastructure. The government's attempts to maintain control over the economy only exacerbated the problems. Corruption flourished in the black market, undermining the official rationing system. The relentless Allied bombing campaign disrupted transportation networks, further crippling industrial output. By the war's end, the German economy lay in ruins, a testament to the folly of the Nazi ideology and the unsustainable nature of their war effort. Germany's post-war economic landscape. The defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945 left the country in ruins. Cities lay in rubble, industries were shattered, millions were dead and millions more were displaced. The division of Germany into East and West further complicated the economic recovery. The Marshall Plan provided crucial aid to West Germany, fostering the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. The war's legacy continued to shape Germany's economic policies for decades.